If you happen to find yourself in Shadenhall, you might hear a rumor that Ryth Lithandus has gone missing, a famous painter known all over Cyrodiil. Ryth's wife, Dibella, has been trying to find him. If you make your way over to their home in southwestern Shadenhall, Dibella will plead with you to help find her husband.
Can you help me, please? I'm Dibella Lithandus. I apologize that I can't give you the respect a guest in my home would normally receive, but I am at my wit's end. I'm sorry to be so forward, but I desperately need your help. It seems that my husband, Ryth, has gone missing, and I just don't know what to do.
With agreeing to help, Dibella will give you a key to Ryth's studio. In Ryth's studio, we see many different paintings of Oblivion's beautiful landscapes. This quest wasn't just randomly written to be about a landscape painter. This is Oblivion's little pat on its own back about highlighting how beautiful the landscapes are. Well, for the time they were beautiful. Technology has developed a little bit, but it still has a retro charm, though. After hanging out in the studio for a minute, we can see we can interact with the painting on the easel. We are taken through a portal to a painted forest. Everything looks like it's made with a paintbrush. Even the sky looks like a series of progressive blue brush strokes. We find Ryth wandering around the forest. When we talk to him, he's happy to see us, but regrets to inform us we are trapped in this world until we can find the brush of true paint.
In my studio, when a Bosmer wearing dark clothing accosted me. Before I could call for help, he knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I found that the door to my studio was still locked, and that the thief had snatched my paintbrush. That's when I saw it. There was something on the canvas of my painting that I hadn't put there. It looked somewhat like a troll, but it was badly done. Then it hit me. The Bosmer must have leapt into the painting, then painted guardians inside to protect himself using the brush of true paint.
A Bosmer thief attempted to rob Ryth of his paintbrush and created painted trolls to protect himself. The Bosmer thief didn't realize the trolls would turn on him, though, and he's now dead at the other end of the forest full of painted trolls. Ryth then offers to explain the paintbrush, which I love that you have the option to ignore all of this exposition, all of this wackadoo story, basically.
I knew the secret of my success would be revealed one day. I can tell you all about the brush, if you like. Very well. The brush showed up several years ago in the possession of an artist who was serving in the Arnesian War of 396. It seems an errant fireball had exploded next to him, and he lost the use of both arms. He was a stubborn man who didn't want to give up his talent. Being a devout follower of Dibella, he prayed to her for something that would allow him to express himself once more. She heard his plea and gifted him with the brush. It's said the bristles of the brush are woven from Dibella's own hair. That injured man was my father. He passed the brush on to me, and I intend to pass it along to my kin one day. Did you want to know how it works? The brush allows the artist to paint from within a canvas. It opens a portal into which the artist may enter to paint things life-sized. All the painter has to do is have the brush in his possession, and whatever he imagines appears in the canvas. Of course, I like to wave it around anyway. It makes me feel more like a legitimate painter.
Ryth then gives us a wonderful image in our head that he still waves the paintbrush around while painting, even though that is not needed. I just imagine him dancing around the forest, making brush strokes. It's also funny to think of Ryth's dad holding the paintbrush in his mouth while painting. This is a great time to go over who Dibella is. Dibella is one of the 9 Aedra, who is a celestial body in Mundus. Dibella is the goddess of beauty, love, affection, art, and music. She is similar to the Aphrodite of the Greek pantheon. So Dibella would naturally feel sympathy for an artist who has lost their ability to create art. Ryth tells us that the bristles of the brush are even made from Dibella's hair, a symbol of her devotion to art, that she gave a piece of herself so the artist could create. It is funny that Ryth could paint anything, but sticks to landscapes. A little unimaginative, I would say. Actually doing the quest is rather quick. You just beat up some painted trolls, and any good lore head would know that trolls are weak to fire. Once you find the thief, you can take the brush back to Ryth. who creates a portal back to Shadenhall. Ryth then thanks us by giving us some souped up apron that can be useful for any light armor magic user. And then all's well that ends well, and Ryth can continue to make art of his uninspired landscapes. And we get to learn a little bit more about Dibella in the process. Thanks for listening to my lore video on Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It would mean a lot if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you wouldn't mind, consider supporting me on Patreon. It goes a long way to helping me make more of these videos. Thank you.